Hello to the internet.
Hello, hello.
Hello!
And welcome to another Roombas of Thought livestream. I am tonight's host, Stalking Horse. With me are my co-hosts.
I'm Sir Fancybeard.
I'm Indecisive Spud.
You may notice that there are 3 Roombas here tonight.
Yay!
3 shall be the number of Roombas counted, and the number of the Roombas shall be 3.
What was it? Thou shalt not stop at 2 unless...
4 thou shalt not count, neither countst thou 2, lest thou art to immediately proceed to 3. 5 is right out.
Yep.
Yeah, do not challenge me on the Python scripts. My entire family.
I'm not challenging you. It's just that, well,
yeah, my family used to quote them back and forth when we were driving around in the car. Okay, but I have half of them memorized.
If 5 is right out, what about 6?
We do not speak of 6.
I like the number 6.
Knee.
Knee? Knee.
So tonight you are a Roomba who says knee.
Knee!
No, that one's the horse, clearly. Horses go knee.
No, horses go neigh! As in this particular instance, Spud, I say thee nay! But yes, we are the Roombas of Thought. It's a pleasure to meet you if this is your first time with us. All 3
As
of
you
us
can see, we are named because, well, we Roomba.
a lot. Yeah, put us in one place and we will go all number of different directions before actually doing what we came here to do. Sometimes we achieve what we came here to do by going in all different directions. Again, much like Roombas.
Yep.
We get to A by going... We go from A to B by going through C, D, and sometimes even E.
I mean, general advice from my family was wherever possible go from B to A. That way all the traffic is on the other side of the road.
Ah.
Huh.
See? Cunning. That's why my family always took school holidays 1 week early. And we'd...
That's kind of clever, actually.
Yeah, we'd bunk off down the coast, because nothing ever happens in the last week of school. Especially when you're a kid in your primary and high school. Nothing ever happens in week 10 of a school term. So, if you go down the coast that week to some exotic holiday destination, you know, like, I can't actually quote any exotic holiday destinations nearby because it will narrow down which part of Australia we're in.
Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, I mean, you know...
Spud already eliminated the
TM.
entirety of Tasmania by accident.
Look, it's not my fault that my family uses up and down interchangeably.
But, yeah,
We're going to a place. It is up. But we have gone... We are both... We are going up to the place. We are going down to the place.
yeah. Most people don't use them interchangeably, Spud. Even if their logic varies from person to person, they still maintain some consistency. For example, my interpretation is always north or south. If I'm going north to somewhere, I'm going up. If it's only a short distance, sometimes I will also let altitude come into play. If I am not on top of a mountain, and I am going to a place on top of a mountain, I'm going up.
Oh, this reminds me of mountain climbing, you know. Those nice touristy places.
I've never been mountain climbing. Seems like an ordeal.
Yeah, I remember the ones I went to. This was definitely on holiday, and, well, it was those type of places where it's like, the tour guide specifically makes sure to warn you that if you're out of breath, stop and sit down. The air is thin up here. This was several years ago. But yes, what were we here to do?
We were here
RAWR.
we were here to make dinosaurs.
RAWR.
Yes.
I mean, technically, if you want to be very pedantic about it, at the behest of the Masrani Corporation, we are here to make money by making dinosaurs.
Personal opinion, however, we're here to make dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Money optional,
Look.
dinosaurs mandatory.
Look, the tagline "We are here to make dinosaurs" sounds better on the pamphlet.
I mean, it turns out I rewatched Jurassic Park and Jurassic World recently because I'd started this, and just switching over to the actual game.
Yep.
Modifying the genome of your dinosaurs can change their core attributes and introduce skin variations. We knew that game. We've been doing
it
the
for a
past two
while.
islands. But yeah, apparently,
Yep. You've
apparently Jurassic World was actually run pretty well. It was a functional version of Jurassic Park, right up until the moment they decided that they needed to invent new dinosaurs. Yeah, that was where Jurassic World went wrong.
Yep.
They toiled in
Anyway.
God's domain.
Yep. Anyway, we're
Classic fumble.
I mean, I've never really bought into the whole "there are things we were not meant to meddle with" angle, but I do definitely
Yeah.
appreciate the fact that you put a crossbreed dinosaur with very specific and complex needs in a pen that would be too small, about a quarter the size of what was needed for a single frickin' tiger.
yes.
Bloody hell.
I'm just reminded of, the
Of course,
give
the
your
thing
dinosaurs
went-
enrichment activities.
Yeah.
That way they won't be bored.
Yeah, no enrichment activity at all. They only interacted with it by throwing food into its pen through a crane.
Poor thing.
Yeah, that was
The other thought,
the sole social interaction was with a crane.
Oh.
the other thought I had was, what was it? Oh god damn it! I've lost it. Why, brain? Why?
Yeah, but so apparently Jurassic World ran okay for quite a while.
Yeah. Also, when picking, your species, try and make sure that when you to mix with, your whatever genome. Try and make sure that they don't have any major problematic, interesting bits.
Yeah. Also, be exceptionally careful what you fill in DNA blanks with.
Don't just chuck anything in there.
Yeah.
You want
'cause-
something that works, yes.
Yeah, because several of the problems with the Indominus Rex came entirely from the things they had used to fill in the blanks to do things like adapt it to a tropical environment. Yeah, there were a lot of questionable choices there.
Yep. This is our first island. We're back here because
We need to
our
maximize
reward-
reputations and collect the final star. Because we need to unlock stuff. Also, there's lag on the thing again.
Oh dear.
I'm
That
not
looks
dropping
bad.
any frames, but there's lag on the talking faces. And that-
it might. Oh, is it? Last time this happened, it was just a visual glitch on Horse's
nope,
end.
I checked the replay, and it's never been a visual glitch. It's always happened on the stream.
Huh.
Odd.
Unfortunately, one of these dinosaurs has died in the middle of a dino pile.
Oh.
You need the helicopter, not the
Not the
Wait, the ACU, not the. Right. That was the one that had the social group. We had
Yep.
to put 3 in because very big area and well.
I will make a new Ceratosaurus. Any new genes I can stick in to make it fancier?
The other thought I had was, besides, fancy new genes, was the thought of, have we gotten all the upgrades into the building? It's more expensive for a success rate too, but look at the money!
Yeah, we just left this island ticking over, and it's
Rich! We're rich!
Yes, now we can alter it to our heart's content.
I knew I forgot something. I didn't pause the Spotify. That would
Anyway,
help.
so we got some nice colorings. What else could we do to this thing?
Well,
Can we give it bigger teeth?
technically, yes. There's, I believe that's in attack. Tooth hardness, reaction speed, intuitive learning, aggressive instincts.
Then, I'll go with tooth hardness.
Tooth hardness. Yeah, tooth hardness also has the highest rating, so...
Yeah. We're here for the rating, because that makes the dinosaur look awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
12?
12. Ooh, immune response. That's also the one that keeps them alive longer.
Yeah.
Ooh, habitat. No genes for that. No genes
Nothing
for that.
for this.
And I don't have the rest of their DNA. Okay,
Oh.
so that means that a Ceratosaurus is looking at 880,000 to grow at 120% viability, and ooh, that is a good dinosaur.
Yep.
Question, by the way, how dangerous is it to increase their attack?
The main problem is actually their comfort. Hover over a dinosaur. You see that bar? How there's a green part, a blue part, and a red part for the comfort.
If it's
If it
red,
gets below,
yeah, if it's red, the dinosaur is angry.
Not ideal.
no.
If any of these are
for exa-
lowering, or if there's a storm, or if the social is not right in its exact zone, or anything like that, comfort drops rapidly.
Yep. Food or water, I think, affects health mostly, but everything else definitely is in the comfort zone. What's this guy's comfort threshold?
Comfort threshold looks to be somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
Comfort threshold 55,
Yeah. 55. The Velociraptors have an 80%.
Oh
which means that
god.
if they are 20%
Yeah.
unhappy, they break out.
Fussy little things.
Yep.
Okay, fossils.
And yep, fossils. We need a.
They said a carnivore
Carnivore.
fossil, didn't they? So, let's see if we can fill in the last of the DNA on the Ceratosaurus.
Yep.
Let's
Anyway, what was
also
the other thing?
Keep
Yeah, we
asking-
should. Yeah, before that.
If you can handle all the chaos of the facility,
Okay,
and the
that.
dinosaurs,
I was about to say, before that, check to make sure that you aren't have any sabotage risk.
No, everyone was happy on this island.
Okay. Well, that
Although,
case, yeah.
something I will do now is views power. Where are we?
We have a ton of available power.
Yeah, I don't need available power. What I need is outage protection.
Take this contract.
90% of the iguanodon genome. That's doable.
Yep, doable.
Is there a time limit on the contract things, or just do them?
Also, the other thought I had was instead
do
of
it.
just getting out protection or whatever, we could just upgrade. Remember, we got the medium now.
Yeah, but honestly, this is just faster. And I don't... What would I
Fair.
use the power for? I've filled most of the available space.
True.
That one has no outage risk.
Question. With this being a park, is it important to have, like, the more industrial, functional buildings, like power stuff, away from where guests will see, or...?
Not at all. We did that
No,
purely for
apparently.
aesthetics.
Oh.
Yeah, also because that way,
We can group things for the guests together. But other than the pure space reasons, no. It does absolutely nothing.
Huh.
Yep. Also, we've got towers now. We might be able to get more views into, the bit oversized enclosures we built.
I mean, I didn't build this one in my defense, and since I didn't know how to scale dinosaurs, I just went off this one when I built the others.
Yeah.
Be free.
Nice work on that expedition contract. Hopefully what you brought back doesn't end up as another thorn in our side.
He scream.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Ceratosaurus to the park.
So yeah, we can use
note
viewing
that I
towers
put
to
a
fix our
hotel
problem.
in the viewing in the middle of a paddock so that I could.
Oh yeah, this is the Huyangosaurus pen.
Yeah. Interesting note about this that I noticed when I was rewatching Jurassic World. This is a scaled down version of the one in the film. The one in the film was several times as long, and it was about 12 stories high.
Holy crap.
Because the one in the film was a Hilton.
Huh.
It was the Hilton Ile Nublar.
Okay. Also. Yes.
I know I have other things going on. I'm just checking my power stations. Because, I very much like to have things not shut down. While I juggle power. I ran the numbers, by the way.
Yeah.
The reduced upkeep that we slapped on all of the power stations on the last island.
Yeah.
You know how quickly they pay for themselves in offset upkeep?
One day. I have no idea.
An hour in real time.
Oh.
Huh.
Which is pretty slow considering how that we get income per minute in this game. So,
Yeah.
honestly, I think improved output and outage protection is a better pairing
Okay.
than to reduced upkeep.
Anyway, yep. Observation towers, so we can actually see the pens.
Yeah, that may be in order.
Oh, and before we do that, fossils.
Yes, I am aware.
Models?
Fossils.
Oh, fossils.
Yeah.
Ah, my ears.
It was blue a second ago. There it is.
Yeah.
Gives a good view of the watering hole.
Gotta connect the path. And I think it was in range of... Yeah, there's a power substation right there. It's fine.
Yep. We could probably slap one there, Ceratosaurus or something, or nearby.
It doesn't really need to. They're pretty much covered. Because the pen is not that far here.
True.
How are we for the Huyangosaurus enclosure? Pretty good except for the forest. Hold on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this was really where I most needed coverage.
Yep.
And I am very deliberately not going to put anything more dangerous than a Ceratosaurus in this enclosure. Now,
Yep.
what did the fossil team get me? Amber, excellent. We've been told to acquire the Iguanodon DNA, so off we go.
Yep. We could request the thingy, I think.
Yep. Request a new contract for security, please.
This contract has just come in. I'm giving you first shot at it.
Hey, free money.
Yep. I still remind of,
the
the...
things I've done in the past when it comes to visitors to our facilities. I don't call myself that because, well, I don't have to. Anybody else would have done the same. Acted as I did. Well, except they didn't. And I did. Acted heroically.
Sure, buddy.
You didn't act it at
Yeah,
all. You're not Chris Pratt.
Yep. I'm just reminded of, the time we got the no guest killed by carnivores, and the only thing we had at our place was herbivores.
Yeah, that was free money.
Yes. No guest killed by carnivores.
In this park without any carnivores in it.
Look, if you get eaten by some of the local wolf or whatever,
That's on you.
that's on you.
Not our fault.
Yeah. Okay, where
We are
do
not
people want...
legally there. Not legally responsible for you getting eaten by a wolf.
Yep. Also, fun fact about this island. It doesn't get storms.
Like, at all?
I mean,
It's not inside the weather listing.
Yeah, I don't think I even installed most of these weather stations. I think they were just...
No,
they just
you
came with
did.
the park.
No,
Aw.
they didn't. You did install them. Because it was a mission.
Ah, right. Well, in that case, I'm not going to bother doing anything about it now. But...
Yep.
Wait. If it never gets weather, how does rain happen?
No, as in it doesn't get the violent weather.
Oh, okay. Normal weather patterns still exist, just not damaging stuff.
Basically, it gets rain, it gets shine. It doesn't get storm and... Well, there was that fun, quote-unquote fun, thing that was, mentioned, labelled tornado.
Ooh.
That's going to be a problem.
The
Yeah,
dinos can
but
become
that's like-
flynos.
I can easily chop the staff, because... I mean,
Yeah.
I just redistribute people to the other parks. I don't fire anybody. It's against my policy to fire people. But apparently, I'm also supposed to be upping the prices for which I sell things. Standard recommendation is double.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a chat to somebody about
That
this,
contract
and
is done and done.
Okay.
Nice work.
yeah, I'll sell this silver.
Why did they bring back silver on a DNA or fossil extraction thing?
Because they dug a hole.
It's sort of... They dug a hole. Sometimes what's in there is, shiny and a rock.
Neat.
So just give me a moment while I slash my staff and jack my prices. I didn't know how this worked.
Yep, we didn't either, so...
Little tweaks here and there.
Yep.
28 sounds a bit much. I might keep it 25. 22 will do.
Oh.
We have a
Oh, no.
disease.
Oh.
Struthiomimus got the common cold. Okay.
Aw. Oh, thing's all sniffly.
Setting additional task.
Go, Ranger Team. Heal the dino.
They don't drive very well.
There's a road right there, guys.
Remind me to build them a road through this paddock.
Also, how did they not flood the thing doing that?
Eyes on the asset. Taking back control.
Hold still.
Hold still for your shot, little one. And... Yippee!
Yay.
Healthy dino.
No, we supply the feeder one here.
Yep.
They can get back to the ranger station under their own power.
I'm marking this one complete. Congratulations.
Judging by their earlier driving, I'm not sure if they can.
Right, okay, eliminate the water in a narrow stretch.
That's eliminate the trees.
Eliminate water in a narrow stretch across there. I will now put a certain amount of it back. Keep the dinosaurs happy.
Yep.
Excellent.
I will also remove water near this gate so that we can actually get under it without, you know. I'll do much the same. I'll make some land and then I will add more water back in. Like so.
Yep.
Just need enough to get a ranger vehicle across.
Yep.
There's the rain.
Just rain though. No storm apparently.
Yeah.
Quite nice rain, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks pretty.
Platinum! Thank you!
Ooh.
Huh.
Yeah. Amber! Amber's great.
Yep.
I will assume that amber gives higher DNA percentage-y thing increase.
Alright, we had a Triceratops in storage.
Yep.
And problems.
One of the Draco Rex died.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. We already tweaked this one. So...
Yep.
Incubator replacement Draco Rex.
Oh, I realised we forgot something.
What?
We haven't full upgraded the,
Yes, we have.
No, we haven't.
Enough for a 50... Oh, you're right. Whoops. Oh, well, never mind. I've got enough money
you
for
could
something
just...
to go slightly wrong, but just for future reference.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, fireball already.
Yes. New little creature.
And... Transport team, please remove the dead
Asset
the
collection
Draco
request
Rex. There we
received.
go.
Did you remember to send the group out again? Fossil group? Yeah, I think you did.
They're back.
Oh,
Speedy.
the yellow?
Now this contract is perfect
Build, connect
for
some power.
improving the
Toy
security
shop.
division. I'd
Sure.
be disappointed if you reject it.
Okay.
Also,
Smart expansion.
I've got
what we should be about.
1, 2... so-
Creating a world that is complementary to the needs of the dinosaurs.
We've got a new offer here that you should definitely look over.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
pursuit has commenced.
Another dead dinosaur.
No, that's just the
Oh,
one
that's
that
the
they're
same one.
basically still carting off.
Okay.
Anyway, toy shop?
Yeah, I'm just...
Nope, that one actually did need the staff member. It's full.
Ah. Good catch. Because all the hotel guests need to go there. Nine.
That one definitely doesn't.
It's only got one staff member.
Yep. Yep, and... Right.
Gift shop. Okay, management view. Where do people want to buy things? Apparently there's increased demand to buy things here. So,
Yep. Don't they have a shop nearby as...
yes, they're
Okay.
directly adjacent to a gift shop, but apparently they want to buy things, so that's where the toy shop's going to be.
Okay.
Guests. Toy shop.
Might be the lake in the middle.
Yeah. So not the paths, the terrain. Remove water. Also make...
Honestly, why do we have that lake in the first place?
Because it was there when we got here.
And aesthetics. Oh, there we go.
Yep, easy within range of a substation and a path. Osmium. Get the DNA out. Yellow this time.
Oh, I just realised. We haven't upgraded the digs group here.
Ah. That would help.
Yeah, because, you know...
Great work getting those buildings constructed. Now to make sure they stay secure.
It's a toy shop.
Hey, we did get the reward for security.
Yep. 14. Okay. And yep, that solved that demand.
Yep. Now, what's the security building?
Okay. Security center, which means now we just have to push for the Proceratosaurus, because that was one we needed to complete a mission on Island 2.
Yeah. True. I was thinking we'd do all of them because that way we won't get the same problem again.
Well, yeah, obviously we're doing all of them.
Yep.
That's the job. Hit 5 stars and collect all the unlocks. That. What did you think we were doing here? What I said was security's the next one for the Proceratosaurus, which is, you know, a thing we had something lined up for already.
True. Anyway, we've got the security center. What'd it do?
Okay, operations. Security center. Generates additional income that scales with security reputation.
Does it? I don't think it counts. It's operations. I don't think it counts as tourists. So throw it into the back.
Yeah, I could put it in this area. That'd do.
Yep.
It'd need a substation, but that'd do.
Yeah. Bonk.
Power substation.
Quick check. No dinosaurs to release.
The Dracorex.
Be free, little one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Dracorex to the park.
Quick question. How many Dracorexes are there in here?
Absolute minimum. Let's have another one.
Yeah. Another baby.
Anyway, I think the fossils are back.
Yep. They got me.
3 words.
More iguanodon. Up.
Contract. You. Yes.
40,000 income per minute from guest facilities.
Now that we understand how this sort of works, do you think we can actually do these?
I have no idea.
Ah.
Could be worth a shot.
I can always drop it later if it doesn't work out. So, meanwhile...
Yep. See how this goes. I think part of the problem with the other one was beforehand we were doing guest facilities and we did not account for... Oh, it's double. Ugh. I was expecting it to be at least somewhat close.
well, if I up quantity of guests, that will up guests available.
Yeah, true.
consume
Up quantity of...
facilities.
How do we do that?
We put more dinosaurs in.
True. What does the our dinosaur filter? No, control room. Yes.
Dinosaur rating. If we put in
Or
some
Dracorex.
high scorers, that'll
Yeah.
bring in a crowd. And if we look at the map view, I've got some space over here for another pen.
Yep.
There's a paddock space over there. Technically, I could also put in something behind here near the power stations, but that seems a very long way for guests to walk. I'd need to connect the monorail.
Yep.
But here looks good.
Yep. I think there looks good. Also, click on the before we do anything. Click on the security booth. I want to see what it looks like
Okay.
because I think it's built now. That's the ranger station. Security center.
Look, personally, I don't care how many buildings we have. But I learned a long time ago that less is never more. Huh? More is more. So make more, okay?
Huh. That's cool.
Hang on. It's a guest facility. It's a visitor center.
Ah.
Okay.
So that's completely different to what we thought it was.
I had a feeling it was a visitor place, but I listened to you.
Because it was inside the
The security thingy.
tab, operations tab.
I didn't think that was definitive, but sure. Well, I'm building more stuff anyway, so
Yeah.
let's make another one then.
Remember, for world sales, you could demolish the store protection thingies to make more room.
It's not the storm thing, it's the monorail that's in the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Just demand on that restaurant to get a second staff member in. Is there enough room there? No.
No, I was thinking near the hotel, like other side.
There
Yeah, about there.
There we go.
That's passed and it's already powered.
Yep.
Ceratosaurus.
We're unleashing Ceratosaurus, the better version.
Yep.
Picking up asset.
I think the fossils have arrived as well.
Yes, a while back. So far back that we'd already cleared them off. I just hadn't sent the team out again.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to clear off this storm defense station.
Yep.
Assets in the air.
Yeah, this annoys me. The fact that this cannot be a monorail station, because it is a monorail station.
What?
Yeah.
Eh. You can't even like
Yeah, if I push edit track,
start another rail off the end of it. Eh.
nope, because it doesn't count.
Oh,
as
it's
a monorail.
just
Counts as
outside,
outside
the
park.
That's
See how
dumb.
there's a plus on this one, but there's not a plus on this one. That's because that's a park entrance, not a monorail.
Bleh.
Which means that someone who's going directly to the hotel to drop off bags needs to come in on the monorail, go down this, what I'm assuming is an escalator, come all the way through here, round it, then go up all of here again, get on the other monorail, be driven over to the hotel, come down, walk in here, put their stuff down, then they get to go and see dinosaurs.
Well, look, they can see dinosaurs beforehand, though. A little bit. On your right, you'll see this giant-ass enclosure with Triceratops in it. Or left, depending on which way it's going.
And if they're walking backwards or not.
That's it, 320, so that can actually have more staff.
Yep.
Go to fossils. Sell. Rhodium,
That was
sell.
some amazing work.
Fossil extract.
You have my thanks.
Science! The center.
Science Center.
Yes.
And it's a pretty big building.
Yep. They're thin, so we might... if we get rid of the wall, we might be able to cram it in there. No, hang on. How much water is there?
None.
Because I think there's a tiny little puddle to the right on the monorail. Right, that's left.
There we go.
Yep.
I think we got it all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Take it leftwards or the path towards the trees. Come on, come on, come on.
running into those already.
Oh. Stupid angles of...
If a red outline shows up, it can't go there. It can go...
What?
How can it go under the monorail?
I'm tempted to just
works.
build it just to prove a point.
It just takes the monorail supports out. It's also right next to a substation, so...
Well, what do you usually say? If it's stupid but works.
If it's stupid, but it
Yeah.
works.
Yep.
Reload speed and accuracy, but nothing to improve their driving.
There.
Yep. I remember the other one was, we very much purchased a lot of reload speed and accuracy because
They were right
you're
next
shooting
to...
velociraptors. You want to hit them fast and soon.
Yep. Now, if we're making a new if we're making a new paddock, we'll need... First things first, I'll need to take out all the trees. I can put them back in later, but I want to start by removing all the trees. There is method to this, don't worry.
Yeah, we're rich. We can afford to essentially take out all the trees and then re-put them back.
I want to be able to see what that's
Use the remove tree brush.
Helps if I can see what I'm doing.
Yes.
Also, it clearly defines the border if I only erase trees from the area inside.
Yep, and then we can put them back at when, we decide that,
Okay. So,
do we start with the Hammond Creation Lab or the viewing gallery? / tower.
I have an
Maybe
idea about
viewing?
that. That doesn't quite fit. There it fits,
It's there.
somehow.
Oh.
No, that only gives us that area.
Too far.
I'd want... But if I can...
Oh.
Dumbass idea. Next to that toilet. Or
That...
next to that toilet near the monorail station. I think it's a toilet.
That... that's a restroom. That's a shelter.
Yeah, I was thinking, can you put that thing where the monorail pillar is? Is it that stupid?
Oh. With a bit of
I've put it several
finagling.
times, which
It's clipping through the actual monorail.
Yeah, that... I'm going to dock that
Part
one
of me
point
is
on
thinking-
practicality. But that works.
yeah, that works.
If I get one in from the other side, that should cover the enclosure.
you know what, fair.
Path. There.
Having towers has freed us up so much.
Yep.
Pretty good coverage.
Maybe we wait for the other one to be constructed so that way we can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the
Yeah,
same.
and I'm just looking at the monorail hovering and it's just the glowing blue thing.
Travelling view.
Yep. Hurry up and finish construction.
we wish to see.
If I... that's going to give us view past there. So if I put this... Technically there's a monorail station in the way, but mechanically it works.
Yep.
Or would if it would fit.
Oh,
That's good. Because then if I
Yep.
orient it to
There we go.
there,
Yeah.
that gives us coverage over that much. Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
That's good. Then I can connect the paths around to there and there.
And we're right next to a substation.
Yep. And I might use a gallery on the fence itself to fill in the gap.
Wait till it, finishes building.
Yeah. But that
Because,
would
yeah, the
help
towers
us.
are amazing.
And I close it right at the moment the thing appears. Okay. Maybe another platform, but over this side. Because that'd cover the
need a
rest.
bit of a bit of a long path to get there, but that works.
Yeah. Maybe move it a little bit forward. To, so that we have room for the path.
I mean, we do have room for the path there. It'll just have to come out on
Yeah.
almost a right angle.
Okay.
If I didn't have room for the path, it wouldn't let me build it.
Because that's a good... Yeah. Because the monorail coming in every so often actually covers that, but oh well.
I'm bringing this contract to you while it's still hot.
Dead easy.
Yep.
Okay.
And income from guest facilities, does not look to be happening very fast.
That's okay. It will probably go up in a spike when we actually put new dinosaurs in.
Fair.
Because the other thing we'll need is a Hammond lab. Which is going to take a lot of space.
There's a bit that's not covered on the right near the building.
You'll have to be more specific than the building.
Then close to the what the?
Substation for this.
Ah.
But if I put a substation here,
Yep.
then you know what? If I now run this to there,
Yep. And look at the views.
I
Look
may
at the
have
views.
to. I may have to build elsewhere and fly them in.
Yeah. Question. Look at the views section. Dino views. Unconnected, but we can assume that it covers that area. There's a chunk to the left that's, chunk to the right there or chunk to the left. Pick one.
What do you mean?
Empty space to the left behind the shelter loo thingy.
There's space over there, yes.
Yes, and then there's one inside there's a little bit of space near the corner there.
Over there. I'm trying to plan out also extra space to put in paths and the fact that guests are going to complain they have no facilities.
Right.
This defines the area of my enclosure.
Yep.
And I am trying to put the Hammond lab and this on the same path, if possible, feeding off the same substation.
Right.
Well, is that Hammond labs are so freaking big. Why does the thing need parking?
Yeah, Hammond labs are ridiculously big.
I may have
And
to put the
I know
Hammond
what-
lab back here,
Yeah.
since the Hammond lab doesn't actually provide anything to the guests.
Congratulations are
True.
in order, and thanks too. So
Just have to
this is me giving
snake
you both.
around a pathway behind it.
Easy done.
So how are you going to connect the path to the other one?
Well, connect that path. I was trying to put them on the same path. I don't have to. I think I still technically can. I just build...
I wish you luck with that because I think you put the corner right up against the wall.
Whoever said any... Oh, that's the enclosure's going to go.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
I was so confident, right? Yeah. But that's okay, because that means this space can be... This is also unpowered. So... Gonna need to do...
Look, in the grand scheme of things, substations are cheap.
There we go. Now... Enclosure. Fences. Electrified heavy steel should do, for something suitably impressive.
Yep.
I'll have to leave room for a path. But I can now come in up here. There's our new enclosure.
Okay, now, let's actually put in the path for the viewing tower.
Yep. Hug the fence.
Hug the fence. Love the fence.
Gone a bit too far there. I'll have to take that stretch out and try it again. That's very wavy.
Have you tried hitting the toggle curve button?
There's a button.
Yes!
It comes out
Space,
straight.
toggle curved.
Or... Ah, I can just adjust angles. That's much better. Ah. Fixable. I think.
Fixable somehow.
on the map. Oh yeah, that's dead easy.
I've received an offer that will definitely help the science division, and can help you as well.
More iguanodon, please.
Yep.
Okay. So the path it's going to have come up here.
There we go.
And transport's going to be an incredible pain because they're all going to complain at me.
Yep.
Oh, no. Currently... Oh, no one's going out there because there's nothing in the paddock. Okay. What shall we make for them?
Well, we've got iguanodors and iguanodors?
Iguanodor.
What is... Okay, an iguanodon will net us 37.
37 ray at base.
A Dilophosaurus would net us 70.
What's Anklos?
Ankylosaurus nets us
51, but that's unmodified.
Unmodified.
We can add 25%, I think, easily to... Oh. No colours. I'm sad.
Yet. Yeah, you have to unlock a lot of the specialised colours for things. Over in the challenge mode.
Wow, that's...
And remember, Dilophosaurus, I think they don't mind being social, so we can put several of them.
True, yeah. Actually, we could check beforehand. Pretty easily.
We could, yes.
Probably skin toughness. Tooth hardness is amazing in terms of it's 11%.
Aggressive instincts runs the risk of problems, but tooth hardness is good.
Yep.
And we have nothing.
Habitat is...
Okay. Feeder needs stocking up, so... Yeah. Thought I told you to do that a while ago.
Yep. And...
Hang on. Yeah, someone has to go resupply the Hyangiosaurus. Meanwhile, fossils. Osmium. We're not getting much return on. We're what? 3/4 of the way there.
Yep.
Okay. Dilophosaurus is about as good as we can make it.
Yep.
We'll need 20, 40, 60.
60.
Now we can get some Dilophosaurus out here.
Yep. We should probably also, you know, shove, whatchamacallit,
Carnivore
some
feeders.
water and food in here.
Water, food, carnivore feeders, a gate.
Yes, a gate.
I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate what you've done for the Science Division. So I guess I just did.
Closures. Let's put a gate in under the monorail.
Yep.
Okay, landscaping, they'll want water. Small radius.
Somewhere around the center, I think. Because that's where all the vision is.
Yep.
Yes, hang out in the center, in the open, where, you know, we can all see you and your amazing dinosauriness.
Okay.
A lovely big teeth.
Feeders. Since we'll be putting several of these in, let's put in a feeder opposite there. Let's put in a feeder opposite there. That can probably catch them when they're walking around. And just to keep them enriched, let's have a goat.
Yep. Question: how many in the? How many in the? I think it was goat.
We can always use a
Big
few
yield.
more resources. Here's our chance to earn some.
Ooh, new research. Crichtonsaurus! We've got the science unlocked.
Yes. Do it.
Okay.
Anyway, how many lots can the goats? How many goats are there in the feeder versus how many meats there are?
Right now we've got
10
one
goats.
live bait feeder and 2 meats.
And the meats have only 5 in them. First thing in about 7-ish minutes. How often do the meats disperse? 7. Okay. So you just restock the meat more often.
Yeah. Just send in the ranger team whenever they get hungry.
Yep.
The dinosaurs, not the rangers.
Yep.
Okay.
And we should apply the dig yield to the expedition center.
Which I've already done, so what I'm going to have to do is go to the expedition center and...
Oh no!
Oh no!
I knew you could do it. Well, let me put it this way. I suspected you could do it. I had a notion anyway. And now you have.
Okay, is there anybody who's upset with us? Quick check.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Remember, this is the starter island.
Yep.
Okay,
I know, but I'm just sort of mentally going through and going, double check. I don't want anything to be on fire.
okay. Management views. Where are people? Unhappy, shopping, thirsty, hungry. How's my park crowding? 2%. Plenty.
We got
Okay, guests. They wanted a restroom somewhere up the back here, I think.
I think, can you fit it in next to the substation itself?
Yes. Dilophosaurus will want some forestation.
My brain's going, Dilophosaurus is the one that spits, yes?
Yes.
My brain's also provided with the words, those bars are see-through.
People are gonna get llamaed. Ugh. Oh, he's tiny.
Yeah, she's hissing.
Yep.
Enough forest, but close on. Good grassland,
and-
good comfort level. Might want
Yeah,
a
but
couple
we're gonna
friends.
need more. Yeah.
Okay, here, have a sister.
In fact, we can cram several more in if necessary.
That's the plan. I'm gonna build 4, maybe 6.
Yeah.
You appear to have achieved
Maybe
the
a
highest
touch
rating
more
you can
forest,
on
just to
each
keep
one
things
by
even.
Yeah. Also, that's my 5th star.
We are pleased to
Yippee!
welcome the Dilophosaurus to the park.
Yay. And
Okay.
my brain's going, yes, we could theoretically put velociraptors in because they are, would be great for attracting guests.
I don't have
They
room
also
to
come
double
with,
fence
side
anything.
effects.
Yeah, I don't have room to double fence anything, so
Yeah. Like, they have side effects, which we have to mitigate.
yeah.
Reminded of, the fencing nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen our fence for the velociraptors, have you, Fancy?
No, I haven't. Ooh.
Do the scenery trees increase the forestation?
Typically, when you build trees like these ones, the big sort of forest sprawls that I put in by landscaping,
Yeah.
these swap grassland for forest.
Right.
What someone told me when I asked them about it is that scenery trees up forest but don't decrease grassland.
Huh. Neat.
Weird.
So, forest's gone up, grassland has not gone down.
Nice.
Neat.
Stomp, stomp, stomp goes the dinosaur.
Typically, yes.
Has
Stomp,
the
stomp.
ranger teams, not ranger teams, the expedition team come back yet?
Yes. 74, so close to getting this done. Yeah, I think...
Yep.
Ooh, guests have gone right up.
Yep. What's the other thing have we checked the fossil center?
I think so, but assuming I can find the thing, I'll double check.
You could use the control panel.
I'm keeping the osmium on hand because I want to test something.
Right.
I want to know if all our islands share an inventory.
Yeah. Because that could be a useful way of essentially giving ourselves
New islands get free money.
Yeah, new islands get free money, but you need to build a fossil center first, but it makes the fossil center sort of pay for itself.
Exactly.
Or at least defrays the cost.
I mean, a fossil center costs what, 400?
Something similar.
Osmium alone gives 100,000.
Right.
You could buy so many fossil centers with one chunk of osmium.
Okay.
We've got the science done, so we need...
You're always looking for new challenges.
Total value of
I
your
got one
park
for
to
you.
40 million. I don't know what it is now.
Sure, we're
but
probably good.
we need
yeah.
to get entertainment up. They're a bit behind. Now how
Hey,
are we?
what's our current...
Okay, science are fine.
Yep.
We need to get entertainment up, and security's not too bad. So
Immigration Lab 7. Go free, dinos.
Go forth and earn me
You're
money.
expensive and probably count as assets.
Yeah. Go forth and earn me income.
Go forth and be cute.
Ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Dilophosaurus.
Yes.
Yes, wow, we're only halfway with the park value, wow.
Going up though.
Yep.
They're having a meeting.
We're gonna have a chat.
Yep.
Cute.
Fossils are back. Iguanodon. Iguanodon. That's the osmium again.
Yep.
Okay. Now the people are coming to see the Dilophosaurus. Well, we've got pretty much pretty much 100% dinosaur coverage here.
Yep.
So how are we for? Right.
Toilets cost money.
Yeah. Now they want fun over here, and food and drinks, and okay, at least they don't want to shop at the Dilophosaurus pen, and they want a monorail station. You can't please everyone, can you?
No.
Right. Let's redesign the monorail while we're here.
Sure, I guess.
Okay. Guests monorail station.
These fit.
It does not fit.
Oh,
Does
dear.
not fit.
Um,
Honestly, I was thinking the best you could do would be shove, the food and drink places there.
yeah, because I'm never going to be able to get a monorail out there properly. So they want a food and drink place.
Yep, food and drink.
Can't put it inside the fence.
If you put it inside the fence, I think there will be lawsuits coming up in the near future.
Yeah.
It would be funny.
Briefly, do you want to deal with the lawyers?
No.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's a terrain constraints one.
Ah. Terrain. Smooth.
Think that looks a bit better.
It's near the edge, so it's unknown how well this works. Flattened guarantees are flat, but still.
Yeah. Let's raise, lower, flatten. What?
Yep. Ah, that's
Other
hill
way.
there, so. Okay, that's about as far as we're going to get it. We'll see what this says now.
Okay. And that fits.
That fits.
Although I want to double check now that we have that fitting.
This one, I think, is a building constraints one.
Outside yeah, by the time it stops being outside buildable area, it hits building constraints.
Eh.
Yep.
I can't even put it along the back because that's too close to the... I've got no room to put it up here. Although... I could bring that in and
Yep.
just extend the path.
True. Also, your iguanodon's comebacks.
Yes. Rhodium. Iguanodon. Okay. $37,000 a minute. That's not bad. Okay. Note to self: keep
Peak
science
money.
happy. Okay. Do we have any reds? Now they've stopped. Oh, it's because the Dilophosaurus have moved.
Ugh.
So I can't
Right,
get
I have a
constant-
solution to this. A dumber solution. Put in more Dilophosaurus. What? It's a solution.
More dino.
There was a room somewhere here previously. We know that.
Yeah, it fit. However, intermittently.
Yep. I hope that's way too out. I think it was there-ish. Maybe a little bit further back, though.
I
At
could
least
always
from our
move
side,
the
yeah.
path if I need to.
Yep. Because I think you were previously a little bit closer to the power line.
Terrain constraints
Rotates.
again.
Huh.
Why?
What's changed?
I think it's... I don't think it's changed. I think it's just that, you're near the edge. You can only change the terrain so much.
But it fit before, and now it doesn't. So what's changed?
I think what changed might have been the rotation.
Well, it did it well. It snapped to path, I think. So if I just keep trying to snap it to path.
Because I know the fact that it did it when the arrow was facing that path, yes. But I think it was also a little bit further back, closer to the power pole, so you could manual rotate it a bit.
I thought it was while it was doing snap to path, which is there. So
Huh. Okay then. Weird.
extremely.
Worked before, you're stupid. Why are you like this game?
Oh, you
Yeah.
bastard! I'm going to need a substation for it anyway, right?
Yeah? Yeah, you're never fitting anything in there.
And I need don't think I'm fitting anything in there either. So What do you mean obstructed?
There was a little bit just on the
What do you
inner
want me
elbow
to
of
put
that
it in the
path, I think.
Dilophosaurus pen?
Yeah, the inner elbow of the path.
No, not you. The game.
Or the outer elbow.
Okay, let's try again.
Still can't fit a bloody monorail station, which would solve all of my problems. So can I fit the restaurant? Now that I have eliminated the power pylon.
You asshole game! You did allow this earlier!
It turned blue! Turn blue again!
Game, please. Why did the rules change?
Come on.
And here we witness the Roombas hyper-focusing on a target. You know, like, I've just got the image of, you know, the Roombas that bump into the stairs constantly.
Yeah.
If only Roombas had legs.
Hang on. Idea. He'll just casually walk over to the new path.
Big... Question. Does fast food work as a...
How
what's
is
fast
that
food do?
not inside?
I don't know. Question. Is fast food slightly smaller?
No, I think if anything, fast food is bigger.
No, it looks smaller.
Hang on.
Yep. More important matters.
Yep. We have to solve this before, you know, it gets out of hand.
Cure that and restock the feeders.
You...
Restock the feeders. Now I can give them a lot of tasks.
Yay.
Like, resupply the Dilophosaurus feeders.
Yep.
Oops. No, that was the
dinosaur is detected.
that was the Rangers. Okay.
Yep.
All is well.
Okay, how are we for Dilophosaurus sociability? Population 0 to 22, social group 1 to 12.
Yep.
We can have
You can
some.
easily fit a couple more.
Yep.
Yep. And can I please finish this stupid iguanodon?
And what was the other thing? Ah, yes. Let's see if we can't fit the fast food chain in there again. Because...
Oh. Ah!
If I turn it to face this way... It fits backwards but not forwards!
Wait. Ah! There it goes. Strange logic behind how these things fit together.
implying there's logic here? Also, why did I do that?
That's a substation. You don't want to demolish that, I don't think.
I already had a substation there because that was for the storm defense, but I don't need the storm defense anymore.
True. In fact, you could fit something there.
Yes.
Probably.
Destroy it all.
Substation's powering important things, but I can take out the pylons.
Yep.
You must deconstruct additional pylons.
Hang on. Go to the power view for substation. What is important is it powering?
Ranger station.
But the ranger station is next to the other substation on the other side.
Oh yeah. So everything this is powering has other substations.
Yeah.
Destroy it. End it. Yes.
What's without power? The bathroom.
They're pooping in the dark.
Okay, that was the weirdest way to discover that it was powering the toilets that were behind the bushes.
That still covers those, so...
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yes, okay, cool.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yep. Release the Dinophosaurus.
Yes. Scream.
Ah, to you too, sir.
Ma'am! All the dinosaurs are female, remember?
Are they?
Yes.
I don't know my Jurassic Park / World lore.
And with you, I like what I see. Keep it up.
But yes, that was a control measure put in place to stop population growth. All of the dinosaurs are female.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, and then life found a way, right.
they put the gender switching frogs in and then discovered things went kind of bad because of that.
Yeah, spoilers for a movie from the 90s. 1% off. Come on.
So, park value. Is park value going up or down?
Park value's going up.
Huh, okay.
What are they complaining about here?
I think I saw a red thing.
That was profit for the bathrooms.
Ah.
Bathrooms do not generate profit.
Okay.
They don't want to.
If the bathroom generated profit, I would be kind of wondering how.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is really demanding transport options now.
Yep.
So I think I may have to cut a corner on the enclosure. Okay, I'll start by putting in the new fence and see if they tolerate the shrinking.
Run it. I'd say run it direct to the.
I can't. The trees are in the way. I'll have to take out my landscaping. Because those are tree clusters, but manually placed trees you have to remove manually.
Yep.
Huh.
If I do that, what happens to the Dilophosaurus happiness?
Step 1, find a Dilophosaurus.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah, chill.
So I can now take out the exterior fence.
And the trees pop back into existence.
Yep, they do that.
Yep. Before we do that, we might want to deal with, the dead dinosaur.
Yes, which is costing us money. One of the Ceratosaurus has popped its clogs.
Oh.
Insofar as they have clogs.
Dino clog.
Transport team, please deal with this dead dinosaur.
Yep.
Let's have some more Dilophosaurus. Of course we can.
Yep. And the monorail, I think you said?
Monorail station. In order to be viable, I'd have to build it in the Dilophosaurus pen.
My brain is going, that is, I believe, what you call a bad idea.
Yes.
Seems inadvisable.
Yes. But now that I've taken this out,
Yep.
Can sneak
That
path
corner
around back
was-
there.
that corner is not traversable though. Unless...
Yeah.
Yes, it is!
Aha!
At which point...
There we go.
Connected!
Yep. Yes.
And now, because that's connected, transport... They're no longer angry because it's near a monorail station!
Yay!
Visitor amenities solved.
Yep. Oh, sorry, we got iguanodon fossils, I think.
Yep.
So many shiny rocks.
200, 380. It almost pays for itself immediately.
Hmm.
And if we can find some of the really, really valuable rocks, then...
Yep.
Okay. We're at max capacity.
Yep.
This job
It's
ain't
still at
easy,
max
but
capacity.
It's not supposed to be. We are reshaping the world, one exhibit and feeding time show at a time. This genome thing
Yep.
was solid work. Way to bring it home.
Whoa, that's a lot of people suddenly at max capacity.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are we doing? Making progress.
Almost at the next what was it, unlock for
Yeah.
entertainment?
Reputation. Where are we? Contracts.
We can always solve a few more problems. So make
Two
sure you review
Ankylosaurus.
this contract.
I don't have any in this park, and right now I'm concentrating on the carnivore exhibit.
Hmm.
I
You could always
I-
just dump them into the mixed herbivores, maybe? How grumpy are Ankylosaurus?
I don't know. We could find out.
Okay.
Photo recon. Done a bit in my time. Here's your chance with this next contract. Considering your skills, taking some photographs should be a no-brainer.
Ooh, ideal population 0 to 8. They are grumpy.
Yeah. They're good
Not sure
starters,
what
I think,
1-4.
because they're
Yeah.
relatively cheap to put together. But
We are pleased to welcome a Draco Rex to the
they don't cohabitate well with a large
Well done,
population.
Hmm.
So since we've accepted a mission, where do we put them?
We are pleased to welcome the Ceratosaurus to the park.
My brain has immediately provided me with the words dumbass idea. Do you think they could coexist with the Ceratosaurus?
I have no idea.
Shall we learn?
I don't particularly
because-
like it when my dinosaurs fight.
True.
This
much
feels
herbivore?
dangerous.
True.
They can handle being on their own because they have a social group of 1. So
Yep.
I'm tempted to try. Just, I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
I want to make this thing as good as it can possibly be. Not for rating, but for surviving in a pen with carnosaurs.
In toughness might help in that, then.
Yeah. Defense. Oh, double defense genes.
Tanky boy or girls.
Yeah.
I forgot already.
Nothing for habitat or stress. And I don't have enough of the DNA to muck about with those. Okay. I hope you live.
Yep.
Oh, I really hope this won't go wrong.
Lambert here with a new contract. I've spec'd it out, and I think you'd be perfect for it.
Okay, this one just auto progresses, so thank you. That's going up slowly. I mean, science are very happy, so... 45,000 a minute.
Hmm.
I won't say no. By this point we're getting towards the higher end of the social total, so I think I will now stop putting Dilophosaurus in the pen.
Yeah. Yeah.
En route to feeder. Acknowledged.
We supply all the carnivores. Triceratops died of old age.
Okay.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
I'm trying to search the wiki to figure out whether or not we can shove the Ankylosaurus in there safely, and I can't tell.
Let's find out.
Because it says, you know, it's got one of the least social guys ever, and it has a tendency to fight with things. But it's like, the wording is not quite good.
No. I'm concerned I've just made a terrible mistake. I'm going to have the ACU on standby to tranquilize things if I need to.
Yeah, honestly, if the ACU tranquilize things, I'd say ACU tranquilize all the carnivores first.
Yeah, because they'll just kill a tranquilized
Even in
herbivore.
the Cretaceous period, sometimes a blunt object could be more effective than a sharp one.
How does this work?
And you crash into the monorail.
I'm going to say with I can, I probably shouldn't. Okay. What are you doing?
We can't tell the statuses from here.
No. But it doesn't look like a fighter's grip, right? You're going...
Might be going to say hi.
Nope, hang on. Exit out now. Exit out of the helicopter.
Time for survival of the fittest. I'm
There.
not sure
Okay,
that's
never mind.
now.
Oh, too low. Or more accurately, helicopter's too high.
Hold still.
Hold still, damn it. Oh, bad timing.
Oh dear. No.
Finally.
Wait, I think it might be dead. Too late.
That did
No.
not go the way I wanted. Okay.
Dang it.
That was the exact opposite of what I wanted. Right, transport team, take care of the poor unfortunate and wake up that kind
Asset to be
of.
collected.
Yep. Well, there was an attempt.
Ooh, that's a thought. Can
Yeah?
the Dilophosaurus hurt it?
Oh, second.
Because they can handle more population, just not that much more social.
While it can be kept with small carnivores such as Velociraptor and Dilophosaurus, it will fight with large carnivores and other herbivores if the enclosure gets overcrowded. Or other herbivores if the enclosure gets overcrowded. The problem was it says it will fight with large carnivores or other herbivores if the enclosure gets overcrowded. Do you mean that it will fight with large carnivores or other herbivores if it gets overcrowded? Or, you know, what type of, you know...
I've already
where
matched the
does
population anyway.
Yeah. It's the type of thing of, you know...
Okay. New Triceratops.
Transportation.
And we've got a dead... We've got a dead Struthiomimus.
Look, it's a balancing act. I get it.
Struthiomimus?
We all do. My point is, you need to provide the right amount of space for your dinosaurs. This small enclosure ain't cutting it.
Small?
You call this small?
En route to pick up the
Yep,
asset.
Struthiomimus. Yeah, how many ankylosaur... How many, whatchamacallits?
We need 2 Ankylosaurus. Checking...
2 ankylosaurus, and how many are in here already?
Dilophosaurus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8's the minimum, so I need 2 less even just to bring the Ankylosaurus in.
Yeah.
So perhaps once 2 of the Dilophosaurus sadly pass away, maybe we can do that
We
mission.
might
But
be waiting a
not-
while. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh?
What the fuck am I doing? Big empty hole.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
It's not like I need the guests to look at it.
Point.
I'll leave some room in case that changes, and...
Yep.
I mean, all the enclosures in here are vastly oversized anyway.
Yeah.
Ham lab. Tree removal.
Yep.
Removal.
Get some of that out.
Yep.
You've closed out that contract and met the objectives. Best outcome possible.
I'm not going to bother modifying much. I'm just going to stick. I'm just going to stick a single incubation and success rate upgrade on, and then build the damn things.
Yep.
Okay. Ah, we're out of power.
Oh dear.
Thankfully, I now have a device that fixes that.
Yes.
Obstacles there.
Yep. There should be a power.
That works.
Yep.
Connected there too.
Yep.
The electro web.
Yep.
It grows.
Yep.
Also, enclosures, gate at either end, and sure, let's put a gate in the massive carnivore pen. That can never end badly, especially not one that leads straight through the trees. Because driving range of vehicles through trees is perfectly fine, right?
Yeah. I just realized when the dinosaurs are small and growing, did the Jurassic Park staff take the same strategy of chipping them?
Original park staff in the 90s, no. The Jurassic World staff, yes, we did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, in the 90s I cannot blame them because I don't think it existed quite back then yet.
Quite possibly not.
Outage protection, that gives me
So,
20%.
20% to work with.
And improved outage, that's 10% each.
Okay.
There we go. 94. 108
yes, my
power.
brain's... Yep. Power overwhelming.
Unlimited. Well, not limited, we have 79. 79 power!
God damn, my brain's going, yes, tower level. And I'm just thinking, okay, this is stupid, but when we get large power station, my brain's like, how much can you get if you stuff the park full of nothing but, large power stations with the power increases? Will it be over 9,000?
Almost certainly. I'm pretty sure large power stations give 100. So, right. They need a herbivore feeder somewhere like there.
Yep. And maybe something to drink.
Yeah. Insert hydration.
Yep.
Now. Why are there tourists out here?
I have no idea. Then again, it's sort of the thing of, my brain's going, yeah, because part of me is going, if I had infinite time in this, magical dinosaur park, and, nobody telling me no, like, whether it be family member, tour group, etc., I would too, explore every path. Because that's sort of where my curiosity would lead me.
Or at every mountain, cross every stream.
Ooh, $16,000 for that photo. And a contract.
Great shot, kid. I was 1 in a million.
I have said it before and I will say it again, Cabot. You are not cool enough to quote Han Solo.
Thanks to you, we have the pictures we need. Job done and contract closed.
Yeah, how are you not flooding the engine just driving through that?
Look, I'd understand if, you had one of those, thingies that, what was it? One of those snorkel-shaped thingies?
The intake that goes up and above a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, how does it work?
This
Intrusive thought, can you run over the guests?
I think I've never tried because I think you get guest injury lawsuits. Rangers run over guests a lot, but that's because the AI can't drive. What else is new? Whoops. Now understand, when I say the AI can't drive, I mean I drive better than the AI.
My brain's going, so it's like, so I do not need to spud bless any of these. They come pre-installed.
Exactly.
Question, where's the live goat feeder?
Behind those trees,
There.
I think?
Yeah.
I think there were some achievements related to driving the thing around, but I don't know what any of them are. Spud, you said you were on the wiki.
Yes.
What are the achievements for driving the Jeep?
One moment. Because I honestly think it might be faster to look at the achievements through Steam.
Quite possibly. Assuming none of them are hidden.
I have no idea, but in any case, I don't know if OBS will capture the Steam window. I suspect it might.
Anyway.
I'm half remembering there being a setting for that, but I'm also very sleepy at the moment, so don't take my word for it.
Even if there is a setting, I don't know where it is. So the fact that the setting exists is not helpful.
Nobody moving my muscle is... No, wait, those are the flyer ones. Ooh, must go faster. Drive the Ranger team's vehicle at top speed for 5 consecutive seconds.
Ooh.
Whatever you study, you also change. Take a photograph worth more than 30,000.
Ooh. I mean, if we just get a bunch of dinos in the shot at once, that's probably pretty achievable.
Except you are never actually in control. Power slide the Ranger team's vehicle for 3 seconds within a 5-second window. I thought you failed your driver's test. Manually drive a total distance of 25 kilometers in the Ranger team's vehicle.
Oh, that gave me a new vehicle skin.
Neat.
Very. I did the power slide one just by power sliding one way then the other. Ouch.
Ooh, hold on to your butts. Get 5 seconds of airtime for the Ranger team's vehicle within a 20-second window.
Oh.
Okay, that sounds achievable and hilarious. I have an idea.
Ranger danger. Complete the facility recovery mission without any dinosaur damage to Ranger teams.
New contract. That's it. Period.
Science is giving me a lot of money, so sure. I'll also need a new one for security.
Yeah, Who's hungry? Photograph a carnivore attacking a visitor.
We've some work to be interested in.
Not doing that one.
Learn where she fits in the food chain. Photograph an Indominus Rex fighting a T-Rex. This is very dangerous territory. Photograph a Spinosaurus fighting a T-Rex.
Give me something better, George.
We'll carry the eats. Photograph T-Rex hunting a Gallimimus.
Okay. Landscaping.
Ooh.
Down.
Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. This one is in all caps.
Yep. Up.
Have a manually controlled Jurassic Park Ranger team survive for 3 minutes after a T-Rex attack.
Ooh.
Yep. Okay. Where did that Ranger team go?
Wounding tooth. Photograph a Troodon as it poisons its victim. Ooh, that's how it always starts. Take a photograph of the Stegosaurus with a 97 cosmetic variant as it attacks a Ranger team.
Damn, not enough.
Maybe you should make a sequence of up and down bits.
Yeah, I need a longer run up. And possibly.
I mean,
So,
the window
there.
in which you need 5 seconds is pretty generous, so
Yeah.
if you just do jump after jump after jump, it should be pretty easy.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get food.
Okie doke.
I know I'm going into a dinosaur enclosure to do this. Trust me, it all makes sense if you think about it hard enough. Oh, you can have
Can
the
be red.
original one. That I kind of want that. I don't really like the blue one. There's a red one that's much the same, but honestly, looking at these, I prefer the standard one to either of the flat color changes. But the 93 one has that Jurassic Park vibe.
The default one's just nice and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just also thinking of you forgetting to, grab tarts because we're roomering. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yes, I'm forgetting to get contracts, but what is a contract compared to an achievement?
Financial security is almost as important as personal security. So take this contract.
We need to keep looking for other dinosaurs we may be able to domesticate. Well, more accurately, put on the road to domestication. The way we'll be able to control them is by letting them control themselves, their natural hierarchy. That means we need more samples. This expedition can help.
I'll flatten all of this out again when I'm done.
Solid 2 seconds already. Up to maybe 3.
Come on, go in, go in, go in.
Don't need to rush too much, we got 20 seconds. Honestly, maybe just go back and forth over that toll bit.
That's got to be a good 2 seconds there. There we go. Hey, and
Got
that's
it.
the original.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to flatten these paths because this is insane. That is not a commute. And that's it. You go home. There. They only change skin when they're at home. Okay.
Ah.
That's the current one.
I've never seen the place running so smoothly. Keep up the good work. Every opportunity comes with risks. For now, you've done the first. That is a job well done.
Yeah. Ranger team. In the original I like that. I'm keeping it. I think I can pick per station. So, how are we doing? Get in there. Get in there. Sure. I'll collect a little more Velociraptor. And now we've
May
got...
as well.
Ooh, platinum for 360.
Nice.
That's staying in the bank.
Yeah, I'm also thinking maybe also, get rid of some of the less valuable ones to make room for
the
fossils,
rhodium
which are
is
because
the rhodium's not great actually. So
yeah,
clear that
because
out.
at the end of the day, it's the fossils that are what we want.
Unless we're going to a new island, in which case,
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna search up. It's the fossil center, right?
yeah. Whoop! I just dropped my dinosaur in a hole.
No.
Now I've just got my dinosaur out of a hole.
Yep, fossil center inventory is actually shared.
Excellent.
Good news.
There we go. Give them a little terrain.
Who doesn't want to
Actually, that is a... Oh, okay. I just had a thought.
What?
Do we have the inventory speed,
When you think of power,
inventory
think of me.
space upgrade on the
Have a
fossil center?
cinch. Reliable, dependable.
We haven't
and
researched
not at all
that.
full of himself.
We can't.
Okay.
That's a later
Though he should
upgrade.
be.
Right.
In time.
Oh, no. You are correct.
Oh,
Because across all islands.
That upgrade applies across all islands.
That's what it says right there.
Oh, that is sweet.
huh. Is there a limit to how many fossil centers you can have?
1 per island. Or 1 per site, I should say.
Yep. Anyway, we need to up the Ceratosaurus rating, I think.
Yep. Ceratosaurus.
Hang on. Before that, have we accidentally shoved too many dinosaurs in there?
128. I mean, it's got 3, so we're going to lose 1 regardless. But it's 122. Our current rating...
We could just incubate it into the... Are the Ankylosaurus still around in that pen?
What pen?
The back pen you made?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then.
Rating 128. Out of 122. Okay, so we need to release a Carnotaurus.
So basically the next time one
Ceratosaurus.
dies.
Yeah.
It may need to dip slightly early. Sleep approaches, and I have not had dinner yet again.
Why do you do this?
I don't know.
Part of me is tempted to start putting facilities in to view the Ankylosaurus, and the other half of me is saying, no, do not do that.
You built it so that you would not have to do that.
Ooh. I could put in a monorail station and a viewing tower that would let them get a good view along there. I could even connect paths there. I think a monorail station can be built without paths, actually. Because a monorail station is a path.
Neat.
Now would be an excellent time to test the theory. Worst case scenario, I can run an extra path around here. So, yeah. Crichtonsaurus Amber. Everything else is money.
Other bird fossils particularly worthwhile keeping?
180, I
Have a
think.
look.
They're one of the most valuable things I've got.
Okay.
The other thought I had was, wasn't there the Ankylosaurus fossil? Ankylosaurus fossil?
Two
Oh, you-
Crichtonsaurus that I both extracted. What fossil are you looking at?
I missed that the Crichtonsaurus was, to be extracted.
Crichtonsaurus.
Crichtonsaurus. It looked like an Ankylos.
And
No, bottom just
Kylosaurus.
alone. Yeah.
Fun fact, the Crichtonsaurus gets its name from, I believe, Michael Crichton, the writer of the original Jurassic Park novel. I'm not certain where it gets its name from in this universe.
Well, the other thought I had right now with what you're trying to build is, do you want to build the monorail station first? Because it's very big.
Yes. too big, apparently. I'll have to move the power line, I think. But I'll need a substation here anyway, so...
I might leave you to do that. I require foods and sleep.
Yep.
Mm.
Sleep the sleep of the just.
Do you want to build the I was about to say, did you want to build the substation now or after you've placed it, so that way you have as much room as possible to place the big building?
I'm trying to delete the power line so I've got room to place the big building.
Don't you have the entire thing on a loop circuit?
And if I want to keep it on a loop circuit...
Must destroy.
Okay.
I'm being distracted.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Yeah. Thank you for stopping by, Fancy, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And if it's...
Yippee!
Okay. That don't work. Thankfully, you can put monorail in enclosures, I think. So...
Yeah.
Give them a Carnosaurus tour. The Ceratosaurus. Like, why have I started making that mistake? Can you blend monorail lines? Or merge monorail lines?
Unknown.
No. So. Oh, wrong button. Let's take out some track. I know the track is incomplete. That...
Do you want to attach it to the hotel end?
Yeah, I was just thinking that, in which case I'd want to take out not only that curve, but also that one. Go right back here. And build the other way. Cut around sharp to make sure they get a decent view across the Ceratosaurus paddock. Somehow this doesn't bother the other guests.
Hmm. As I was thinking, along the side of the Ceratosaurus paddock.
As if I then cut across here,
Yep.
then along the edge of the forest to this paddock, then I can potentially come in around there. And now what I need is a viewing platform.
Yep.
Pointing in the right place.
What is that building? I think that's the fence gate.
Yeah. Why is the gate causing a problem?
Thanks to you, we've got the power.
I really hope this is just going to revert it to a fence.
Okay. Open pray.
It just reverts it to a fence.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I can install a gate later. Right now, I need a viewing platform. Nice view of the dinosaurs.
I'm gonna have to go with toggle curved.
Oh. The last thing I wanted to do is curve in ways I don't control. There we go. And this needs power. But I will put a substation in place of this pylon. That fits.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing platform for you to gain an elevated view of our dinosaurs.
And yeah, that works. There's no shelter here, so...
Yeah. We'll deal with it when when we get a mission.
They're hungry, thirsty, they want to shop, and they want fun. But, yeah, I'm sensing some problems with the distant monorail plan.
Yep. Zoom out into the map mode. Okay. Zoom in a little. Okay. I was thinking if we run a path along the back. No, wait, that's still a little bit too far, I think.
What, you're thinking run a path around here?
Yeah. We might be able to shorten it even by taking out the giant arrow zag bit on the end of the Ceratosaurus pen there.
Yeah.
It might help.
Also, I
Maybe,
need to
I
put the
dunno.
gate back in. How is that obstructed? How is that interfering with that?
This new contract could prove valuable to the security division.
Sure, fine.
Well,
Okay. Last time I shortened the Ceratosaurus pen, they all went angry.
So,
But-
how much is there needs fulfilled right now?
Ah, it's because I think it might be because I took out all their forest. So if I
Yeah.
add forest, say, down here.
Yep.
Forest has gone up, grasslands down.
Yep.
It's within tolerances. If I run a new fence, here, there, what happens to the dinosaurs? First, Struthia and Mimus are dying, and one's infected. So Rangers.
Request acknowledged.
Go Jurassic World Rangers.
Acknowledging request for feeder resupply.
My brain is like, yes, go Jurassic World Rangers. The thing that basically popped into my head was what was it, you know, like Power Rangers, except, you know, their droids form an Indominus.
Right, the Ceratosaurus are okay with that.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
So that means I can first do tree removal, and second do fence removal.
Is the fence there actually joined?
Should be, yeah. Plus, there's no uncontrolled dinosaur threat, so...
Okay. Did we remove the dead dino?
I did not.
Asset
Good catch.
requiring collection.
Right. Now, I have successfully moved the fence.
Yep.
No, not substations. Pylons. Now,
Transporting asset.
to make more efficient use of this space,
Yeah.
I am going to trap my visitors. Because I need to turn this around. Literally, I need to turn it around.
Okay.
Why do the trees keep coming back? Okay. Now, they're going to want everything, so...
Yep.
Guess
Fast food shop list.
There's food.
A new monorail station has opened, and guests will be arriving shortly.
food and drink.
Gift shop.
Yep.
Or you could just turn it sideways and have an offshoot path.
Hang on. Yeah, they're still okay.
Yeah, they can survive with zero wetland. It's just that, you know, it's less wetland that you worry about there. It's more, can they drink?
Yeah. Okay.
You see, at that point, you've already hit the path that's pretty much next to the...
Yeah, because here is this path, so this just comes through here. I mean, that'll do the job.
Maybe.
If I just turn this into a substation. How is that obstructed?
Did it work?
Yep. Gift shop's connected. And now... Made it too small to put a tree in it. Oh well. Okay, what are they complaining about now? Bathroom. Okay, so they want a bathroom. Can do. Also, they wanted shelter. So
That's a shelter.
they wanted that too, if I remember correctly.
Shelters are a safety thing, not a wants thing.
Want shelters. That affects guests, doesn't it?
If that was the case, it counts all buildings. The effect wants shelters one. You'd have to put one in all the staff areas then as well.
We're down another Triceratops.
Yep.
En route to collect the asset.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Water is essential, and your dinosaurs require plenty of it. Why are you not providing for their needs?
Where did their water go? Oh.
Did you accidentally landscape it all away?
Yes. I accidentally made it too hilly to sustain water.
Transportation underway.
Oops. Okay. They've noticed I've installed the water again, so... Okay. Okay.
Did you fix the what was it, toilet need?
No, because I'm busy doing other things. You turned blue a second ago. Go turn blue again. How does that work?
My brain provides me the sarcastic answer because rectangles have one shorter side and one longer side. Is there enough room for trees?
To obscure? No. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, a new toilet facility has been added for your comfort and convenience.
Okay. That's got the guests satisfied.
Yep. And it's 9 o'clock.
Come on, we're so close with you two. Then we can get off this island.
Have you tried actually filling the requests that are currently in there?
Okay. Genome at 75% or less. Just need to check a hatchery. Crichtonsaurus is closest. So. Crichtonsaurus dick. Meanwhile. Release a Ceratosaurus. You said the Ankylosaurus would fight with carnivores in most circumstances, right?
Yeah. The small ones can coexist with them.
Then why did we not put them in the Dilophosaurus paddock?
Because we counted the Dilophosaurus's and went, huh.
Oh, right.
Too many.
Population density.
Because it was, you know, the maybe fight versus the guaranteed fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, yeah, what would probably happen is there'd be a fight and then basically, you know, fight or two and basically then we'd lose 2 Dilophosauruses and the problem would sort of resolve itself.
Yeah. How many Struthiomimus do we have? 1, 2, 3. Keep working on the Crichtonsaurus. Who died? One of the Hyangnosaurus, okay.
Picking up asset.
Remove Hyangnosaurus. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Asset transportation in progress.
You know, here's a thought.
What?
Well, we could play musical chairs with some of the dinosaurs. These 3 Struthiomimus are not actually contributing very much to this paddock.
Huh.
Although they may be helpful over in this one for variety's sake.
Okay.
But once they're gone, this paddock will have few enough dinosaurs that the Ankylosaurus can jump in.
Oh, okay.
So.
Feel free to do what you want.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm booting and slowly tiring.
Okay. Okay. Still.
Adjusting position.
My brain immediately went, going for the height, far away shot achievement, I see.
The what achievement?
The achievement for, doing a long range shot for these, I think.
Is there now?
Yes, hang on a moment. Where's my Steam? Yep. Tranquilizer dinosaur for a distance of at least 125 meters.
Okay, I think that looks like 125 meters, don't you? Okay, hold still now. Hold still for the horse. Far too low.
I think this might be easier with a bigger target.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to tranquilize a bigger target, am I? I'm trying to tranquilize
I think you would want to do that on the anklos.
Oh, good point. I do need to tranquilize them. So I'll tranquilize them from here. Okay, that came in that far low, so... I'm pretty sure these have a cost. It's something like 20,000 per dart.
I don't know, actually.
Hey, there
because
we are. I gotcha. Now, let's do the rest of these a bit closer up, shall we?
Did you actually get the achievement?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Got an achievement anyway.
Right.
Hold still. We'll keep going for the headshot. Okay. And one down. Undershot that. They say the AI is a terrible shot, but fairly certain they'd be having better luck than me. There we go. I need practice is what I need. Oh, they're over there. All dinosaurs. Nice and still for me now. That's the opposite of what I asked. Thank you. Too low on it. And hey, got it on the button. Okay. Now. Transport teams move.
Collecting asset.
Truthiomimus.
Heading to pick up the asset.
Down there.
En route to pick up the asset.
Remove my
Asset to be
Ankylosaurus.
collected.
And
En
there.
route to collect the asset.
And now, incubate my mission completer.
Yep.
Herbivore feeder.
Asset transportation underway.
And install
Transit has commenced.
carnivore feeder.
Assets in the air.
Live bait.
Commencing asset transit.
Another Yangosaurus died. Transport team.
Asset
Get
collection
on that.
request received.
value one is really taking its time.
Asset delivery confirmed. Asset transportation complete. Asset in transit.
Now we are really getting somewhere. Isn't it exciting to see how far we can push the science?
We're starting to lose Hyangsaurus. Because,
Acknowledging asset collection request.
well, I mean, to be blunt, the reason we're losing Hyangsaurus is because I built them all at the same time. So, they're all...
Yeah, they're getting old.
Yeah, they're all dying at the same time.
Transportation underway. Resupply request acknowledged. Confirming task. Understood. Confirmed. Proceeding to the feeder now.
Hey, how'd you like to be even more busy? How's a new contract sound, huh?
I don't want a science right now. I like science, but I'm desperately trying to get entertainment and security up, and they keep dropping. So...
I'd do this contract myself if I could. That's how good it
3,000 a
is.
minute, okay.
Did I oversell it?
Yep.
You decide.
We're close already, so...
Yeah.
No, I need to replace some of these Giganosaurus.
Yep.
And there's no Hammond lab here because we helicoptered them in. So...
Yep.
I'm going to have
But there's
to
room at
build
the back
them.
we can make.
It works, but it's suboptimal.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right,
that's
the
slowly
comfort
getting tired.
Forest is very low.
Yeah.
Add some more forest over there, a little more forest over there. It'll do. And I'll need a new substation to be in place of that pylon.
You need path.
Any power? Available power 26.
No, I mean you need to connect the ham lab to the path.
Oh, I mean, I knew that. I already had a plan. Plan doesn't work. Okay. Hyonosaurus. What's the most I can get out of a Hyonosaurus? Another Hyonosaurus.
Yep.
3 down.
I noticed that we've started to become rather silent.
Yeah, I would normally be talking more, it's just that I'm trying to split my attention in so many different directions right now.
Yep.
Or second one.
Nope, that's one of the Struthies.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the first one.
Transporting asset.
You can make a third Hyonosaurus anyway, so... Have a third Hyonosaurus to replace the dead one, and that release is complete. Fossils are in.
And it's 9:30.
I need to load up on platinum. I'm just trying to at least get
9:30.
back to Island 2 tonight.
Then you... Yeah, but then you got distracted driving the car.
I mean, that took 5 minutes.
Yeah, because from what I can tell, getting back to Island 2 is probably going to take more than half an hour. Unless you get really lucky with the contracts.
Asset requiring collection.
How are we doing? Yeah, we've only got okay dinosaur welfare because all of them keep dying. Facility rating's great. Okay. Up there at max. This park value is taking way too long.
Yep.
Who have I already got? One for each. Who's worse off? Definitely entertainment.
Contracts are the bread and butter of our work. And who doesn't like more bread?
Okay. Christiansaurus extract. Christiansaurus extract. Osmium.
Yeah, you usually retrieve 2 to 3 things, so you might want to sell one.
Okay. What's our least valuable?
We have so many osmiums, I think they're the least valuable.
160. Yeah, we can afford to sell an osmium.
Usually we get 4.
Yeah, I may sell a second one just so that we can clear the maximum spaces.
Yep.
Something more valuable. Getting close on that DNA. Yes, count is nearly where it needs to be. And it should go up when these two come online.
Yep.
A new toilet facility has been added for your comfort and convenience.
What's happening with the fossils? Helps if I send them out again, doesn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Tyrannosaurus to the park.
Desperately trying to cram in more facilities. Oh, if it's there.
What exactly are you building now?
Another science centre.
Oh.
It's not too far from the guest facilities here, and gives me money.
Okay.
Does however need...
Does it count as a guest facility?
Not so as I'd notice. Besides, it's right around the corner from our fast food, it's fine. Fossils got back.
Yeah, all I'm noting here is also, you know, the fact that
That is not worth keeping.
Yeah. I'm noting here is, you know, the fact that you keep building these science centers to get money, of which you have so much of already.
Yeah, I have effectively infinite amount, I know. release the Ceratosaurus. That helps.
We have our attendance numbers up because of your efforts. And you made it happen.
Feeder supplies inbound. Acknowledged. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Ceratosaurus to the park. Adding task. No problem. Request acknowledged. Ladies and gentlemen, feeder resupply request received.
Come on, we're so close.
Definitely falling into the one more turn trap.
I'm just trying to get that Return to Island 2 sorted. Right.
This is a side hustle that we should get behind.
I've just finished dismantling them all. I'm not putting them all back. No.
Dismantling the storm things.
Yeah, I am not reassembling all of the island storm coverage, having just dismantled 2/3 of it. How are we reputation-wise? Hey, we've unlocked the
because
we've unlocked Entertainment's building, so that's nice.
Yeah, because you still have a long way to go for both of them. You're not getting this complete within
That's
15
what,
minutes.
2 contracts? If I actually filter my contracts instead of just going, ooh, that looks helpful.
This contract can really help our bottom line.
It's 10 minutes, but it auto-completes, so... What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? There we go. Okay. Worth keeping. That is definitely worth keeping. This completes a security contract.
Yeah.
Once the security contract is complete, then I can go back to ignoring them, the same as always.
We need more people like you on the team. I'm closing that acquired genome contract and giving you the credit. Remember this when I need something from you in the future.
Making some Crichtonsaurus to draw in the people. Now there's a question.
Have you checked their social... No, wait, no, you haven't built one yet. You don't know what their social numbers are. Never
But I'm
mind.
putting them in a group of other herbivores. I'm putting them in with the Hyangosaurus, so they should be fine.
Yeah.
Now here's an
Also,
interesting question. Michael Crichton in our world is most closely associated with being the author of Jurassic Park.
I'm going to be honest here, I'm getting a little too tired to think.
Ah, sorry.
look, the best I could come up with was right now is the fact that instead of writing about dinosaurs, he decided to study them. Congratulations, he is a paleontologist.
I was just thinking, what did he write instead?
I don't know, Dinotopia? Yeah, I am tired. Also, did you get the dinosaur fossil? Because...
Yes. Got it, extracted it.
No, not that. Did you get the dinosaur reward fossil?
Reward fossil. Did I complete the contract? Yes.
Yes, you did. Did you get enough reputation? No.
Thought I would.
Because completing contracts lowers it for every... But, you know...
There's a new contract. Review it.
No, that's going to take forever.
Yeah, because completing contracts for one faction lowers it for all the others.
Task received.
Yeah, this is taking much longer than I wanted it to.
Like I said, it's gonna take a while because the goals, while not mutually exclusive, are like for each one that you do, you slow it down the other goal.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
I think I read about this one before, in a book. It's got a novel name. The Crichtonsaurus.
Ah, they do not like the population density. Yep. Also, I see what you did there. Okay.
Task received.
Tranquilized Crichtonsaurus. Population.
Hey, there's a dead dinosaur.
Out at 8. Same as the Ankylosaurus. Who died? Dracorex.
Heading to pick up the asset.
How large is my herd in this paddock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm not getting that down to a reasonable level anytime soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Crichtonsaurus is armored herbivore. I'm going to test something.
Yeah.
Transit has commenced.
Okay, I'll need the transport team. Transport one of them over here to replace that. And transport the other one. Will it cohabitate? No, it won't because there's too many. This is not great.
There's a sell dinosaur button.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same.
Collecting asset.
I really like this one. I think you will too.
I'm not going to do that. A, because it involves feeding a dinosaur to another dinosaur, and B, because you're science and I'm trying to get contracts for everyone who's not you.
Asset
Speaking of...
I've got a new contract for you. Review it, and then I think you should accept it.
If I'm just going to release it, tranquilize it, and sell it, that's doable.
Yep.
That's doable. Now I just have to avoid putting it in a pen with any carnivores.
The Velociraptor is a carnivore.
Yeah, but if it's going to be tranquilized and sold before it does anything, I just have to avoid putting anything in it that's going to eat it while it's tranquilized.
Can it coexist with Dilophosaurus?
No. They'll kill each other.
Oh, okay.
I could... And especially once I tranquilize it, before the asset team get there, the Dilophosaurus will eat it. I said, no predators.
Okay, whatever. Sorry, okay, I'm tired. I think I'm just gonna sign off.
We seem to be at a bit of a loose end, so I think it's probably for the best that I wind the stream down and stop.
Yeah, this is essentially your 10 o'clock warning.
Yeah.
Like I said, one more turn syndrome.
Asset delivered.
And it really does set in after a while, doesn't it?
Yes, I've been trying to tell you this for the past half hour.
Yeah, that one's going nowhere. Can I get a fast contract? Still have to wait a minute.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna sign off.
I'm trying to wind the stream down, but I don't want to stop in the middle of anything because I'm going to forget what I'm doing. But the thing is, you're always in the middle of something in this game.
Yes. So, yeah.
Okay. I'll draw a hard line underneath things. I'll let the power outages clear off.
Okay.
And then I will end. No matter what else is happening with the Velociraptor or anything. Power outages clear, and I stop.
Yes. Yeah, because the one more turn syndrome is essentially also can be can also be summed up as, I'll stop when, I finish this war. I'll stop when, I finish this building in civilization.
No,
I'll stop when this technology researches.
I mean, I don't get that. For me, I just keep going. I don't blow past deadlines. I just don't set them. If I set them, I tend to keep them. They've put a progress bar on the Velociraptor, which is very tempting, but the power outages are about to come clear, so that's going to bump me further away from security, but at least entertainment will progress.
And that's a wrap.
Yes, it is, Isaac.
Yep.
Yeah, we're making money hand over fist, but at this point it's just balancing everyone's competing agendas that's the problem.
Yep.
Including ours.
Yeah.
Because ours include things like sleep.
Yes, especially because I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule via the art of, I'm just going to drag myself out of bed with an alarm early.
I've found that never works. Doesn't work for me
This
at
is
all.
sort of this is a semi-stopgap solution in order to try and rein it in a little, at least a little.
But that being said, for all of the above stated reasons, we have come to the end of tonight's Rumours of Thought livestream.
Yep.
We've, with the departures of the Fancy and the Spud, we have also come to the end. So, it has been fun. A bit tense at the end, but it has been fun.
Yep.
It's always George who's finding some new way to irk me, and I don't know why. But I mean, I feel like if I was actually talking to him and he was saying things that made sense, we'd get along. It's just that he seems to constantly be providing me bad ideas, and when we get today's stream where a solid 50% of his suggestions were good ones. But the progress on that reputation track just kept receding, jumping right out of reach. Very frustrating.
It's because you also hyper-focus science a bit too much. Even after, you've completed the thing.
I mean, I was keeping science high because science were giving me, well, money. Not that I needed.
Yes, science was giving you money, the one thing you didn't need.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
Yep. Thank you for
He's been
joining
Stalking
us.
Horse, I've been Indecisive Spud.
Yep, I have indeed been Stalking Horse. We have been the Rumours of Thought. If you liked what you saw of us, links to the Discord, which is public access, and to our Patreon, which is empty, are in the down there part.
Yep.
If you do feel like dropping by on Patreon, we'd love to meet you. We don't have any patrons. It's very lonely.
Yes.
But, all being well, we should see you again on Friday, on one of our 3 channels. Time will tell which one. But for now, thank you for joining us, thank you for watching the VOD, and have a pleasant rest of your appropriate time zone.
See ya.
Bye.